What's up, guys? It's Barnabas, aka Mac and Cheese, and I'm bringing you. This is another ride on my motorcycle. I apologize to those of you who subscribe to me to to watch the motorcycle rides that I do. The sound is turned down here, and I know that you probably don't want to listen to me ramble while we're going on a motorcycle ride. But I thought I'd give you guys a quick update. It's been a while since I've kind of put out a video for you guys, especially with some commentary. I kind of want to just give you guys an update, let you know what's going on, why I haven't been posting. It's been a few months, and I really wanted to apologize for that. Yeah, just kind of give you a brief overview. I will, if you guys want, post this exact same video of this ride without me talking, just so you can kind of listen to the motorcycle, because I know that that's what people tend to like. But yeah, for this purpose, I thought you could listen to me talk while maybe getting some nice scenery, and just kind of go on a ride with me while I'm yapping. So yeah, the biggest news for me is that I'm going to be a father. My wife's pregnant, and yeah, our baby's due in a couple of weeks. So as you can imagine, my life has kind of been turned upside down. I've been trying to do a lot of stuff, take responsibility for myself, stop playing video games at night, and get my stuff in order so that when this baby comes, everything's kind of ready to go, as much as it can be. So, we've moved my man cave out of our office, and my man cave is now in the living room, which, it is what it is. We'll make it work. And yeah, we've now made like a little nursery or a little baby's room. So I've been doing a lot of moving back and forth, getting storage units, moving things around. So I haven't had a lot of time to make videos, let alone play video games, and I haven't even been playing that many video games. I recently started playing Far Cry 3. That game's pretty fun. I also kind of didn't post too many videos of me playing Call of Duty and things like that. I know some of you guys subscribe to me for my Call of Duty content, but I stopped kind of playing Call of Duty. I got really bored or maybe burnt out with it. The new content was coming along, and that was pretty nice. The guns, weapon skins are nice, but I didn't really care all that much about them. Not enough to kind of want to keep playing or grinding the game. League play was fun, still is fun. I think that's probably the thing I enjoy the most while playing Call of Duty. But yeah, for a while there, I had to just kind of take a break. I had to cut back a little bit, and like I said, take responsibility, start doing some things. So yeah, well, that's all really exciting. I've also kind of taken that opportunity. At the same time, work was really kind of hectic. All as this stuff was going on, so I just didn't have any time to make videos. I've got a lot of extra Call of Duty gameplay just sitting on my hard drive, like 30-0 games, or 30-1, 40-9, or I don't know, nothing spectacular, nothing to kind of brag about or be super stoked about. But I like to kind of give you guys content that had some sort of information in it, something that would be useful to you in some way, shape, or form. And I just didn't have the time to create those videos like I did when I was at least doing Modern Warfare 3, or I guess how I had started out when Black Ops 2 first came out, where I was kind of at least giving you tips and tricks and things like that as I was finding them out. So since I didn't have time to do that, I just, I stopped making those videos. I stopped playing the game a little bit. I would play every once in a while. So at the same time, since work was getting kind of busy, I was starting to kind of feel bad. I was moving around, with moving, one room into the living room, things like that for the baby. But at the same time, I wanted to get back in shape. I don't know if a lot of you guys knew this, but I was kind of a bit overweight for myself a few years ago, and I decided to get back in shape. And I lost 20 pounds, which is not a lot, but for me and my size and my frame, that was a lot. And I've always kind of been into fitness and athletics and things like that. And so I took that time to kind of get myself back in shape, because I had gone from being a bit overweight for me to then getting back in really good shape. And then I was starting to kind of get back into that, not overweight, but just not in as good shape. And I was taking note of that. So recently I've been going to the gym a lot more. I've been doing a lot of much better eating. I've been learning a lot about nutrition and things like that. And I really do enjoy nutrition and weightlifting and just exercise in general. It makes me feel good. I used to do a lot of rock climbing. That was really a lot of fun, but I'd stopped doing that for a while. It just got too expensive. I kind of had to kind of put things on hold or in check and kind of start weighing priorities in my life, being like, okay, can I afford to do this? How much is this? Blah, blah, blah. Long story short, Luckily enough, I have a gym at my work, and I can go to the gym there for free. So I started kind of getting into fitness a lot more. So yeah, that kind of leads me to my next kind of discussion or thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and that was I wanted to get a consensus or kind of feel it out for you guys because originally I made this channel and I was posting video game stuff, Call of Duty, Gears of War, things like that, giving out tips, showing some gameplay. And I know I got a lot of subscribers. A lot of you guys came here for that. But then I got into motorcycling. I've always been into motorcycling, but I started recording it, putting it on my channel. Recently, a few friends of mine in the OTC had mentioned, because I post pictures on Twitter, sometimes my meals and things like that when I'm having a nice fitness meal, or if I make protein bars and things like that. And some of my buddies from OTC had asked me like, "Hey, put up that recipe," and they're like, "You've got a YouTube channel. Why don't you use that to show me the recipe?" So I was like, "Okay, like maybe I can get a little Rachel Ray on everybody and post up a video on how I make my homemade protein bars or things like that, or things that I think nutritionally are good for you, or my how I kind of go about my days thinking about my meals and things like that, or how I plan for myself, what types of things I take into account, things like that." I don't know if that stuff is beneficial to you guys, and I know, and so my question, I guess, is, would you guys prefer that I make a separate channel for that type of stuff? I was thinking about this channel. I don't want to just start throwing a bunch of stuff up there because I know a lot of you guys didn't come here for that or subscribe to me for that, and I don't want to bore you with the videos. So if you like watching the motorcycle rides and you feel like you want the nutrition stuff, I'll just keep throwing it up on this channel. But if you feel like, I don't know, I was kind of curious if I should separate into multiple channels, basically get another channel that I can dedicate to fitness and nutrition and things like that, another channel that I could dedicate to my motorcycle rides, and then I can put those up, and basically dedicate then this last channel that I just started here to maybe just gameplay and stuff like that. I'm sure I'll be playing a lot when Xbox One comes out, or when the PS3 comes out. I'm going to try and actually, because I'm in the living room now, see if I can hook up my PS3 to my monitor so that I can also play PS3 games and record those as well, because and there's a lot of really cool games out there, like The Last of Us is really cool, and I could do like live comms and things like that as I kind of move forward with that channel. But I'm curious what you guys think. If you have a preference one way or another, I would love to hear it. Whether or not you think I should separate the channels off into motorcycle channel. Some people had asked me to, on some of my motorcycle videos, to do walk-arounds on my bike or talk about some of the modifications I've done on my bike. So I don't know if that would be beneficial, or people that have you guys that have come here for Call of Duty videos, if you get tired of seeing this stuff. Sorry, I think I said like 5 times in the last 2 minutes. So yeah, I apologize for that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'd be really curious to know. And yeah, with that, I mean, that's what's been going on in my life. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to kind of wrap your head around. Having a child this is our first child. It's very exciting. Oh, sorry, text message. It's very exciting. It's very overwhelming. You get a lot of advice from people. You get a lot of, you read a lot of stuff in books. You watch videos. There's classes, and you can only prepare yourself so much. In my mind, I'm not a big fan of like taking a bunch of classes and I don't know. I mean, I take all the advice with a grain of salt. I listen to it and I take what I want from it, because I do realize that every child is different, and it's just an adaptation thing. Once you have the child, I'm assuming that you just adapt. You find out what works for your child. Certain methods on things that might or might not work, and then you kind of go from there. So yeah, that's really exciting. That's I love learning, and that's a lot of great information. So I'm learning a lot there. As far as like my motorcycle videos, I've got 2 flat tires in the last 200 miles. So that was a big bummer. I'm probably not going to post too many more motorcycle videos until I can get my tire fixed again. But my buddy who has he likes driving his car. He wants to kind of make a video. I've got multiple mounts on my camera. He's got multiple mounts for his car. We thought maybe we'd make a cool little video and edit that together. So at some point I might put up something like that. But I'm going to wrap up here and let me know what you guys think about the channels. I would love to find out. And I do apologize that the videos have not been coming through all that often. hopefully in the future I will get you guys some more content. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching the video and sticking with me. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Thanks, guys. Peace.